Hey everybody, welcome back to the Huddle, the Review.com's weekly high school football show. I'm Executive Editor Rob Toder of the Alliance Review, joined as always by the Gridiron Guru, Mike Brown. And today we're going to take a look back at Week 6 of the high school football season in Stark County and surrounding areas. And I guess, Mike, if to be appropriate, we probably should be doing it with tape and crutches because it was that kind of week.
It really was. And you hate to see that happen because you want to see teams at full strength this time of year. And you see a great player like Joey Duckworth leading the area in passing, go down with a knee injury. And then Jake Riley, the great quarterback from Minerva, didn't even play last week because of a concussion. So you hate to see that. You just do.
Louisville was able to overcome the injury to Duckworth. Trent Oman with 2 touchdowns, one by receiving, and he scored the game-winning touchdown against Alliance in a 13-8 win with a punt return. But Minerva really showed they struggled without Riley at quarterback.
There's no doubt. I mean, they're looking to find an answer right now. Hopefully they'll get him back sooner than later, but he means so much to that offense.
On the other side, West Branch took advantage of Riley's absence, and they're really playing well right now. The Warriors have won 3 in a row, and they're 3-3 overall, but they're tied for first place in the NBC, and they're really looking good. They're probably playing their best ball of the season.
Right. I think that tough schedule is helping them in NBC play. I just hope a few weeks from now they don't look back and say, I wish we could have had maybe a little bit easier independent schedule. You may have another win or two and might be right in the playoff mix. This way, it's pretty tough. They'd have to win out and hope, I would think, the way it stands right now.
And everything looking, if things hold true, Week 9 is that showdown. It would be a showdown at Marlington against the Warriors, and possibly both teams at 5-0 going into that game. So a lot to play for West Branch as they continue their NBC season. Louisville, let's go back to them. That Louisville Alliance game. Alliance really played pretty well. Had a chance to win, and they gave up the big play. And that's been an issue for Alliance. They've given up a lot of big plays.
Yeah, but I think the Aviators can take something for that performance. I mean, you lose 13-8, and you're playing in Louisville, which is a tough place to win. That's doing a great job. Hopefully they can build off that. A great defensive performance, because that's where Alliance has had trouble so far on the defensive side of the football, and that is a tremendous performance coming out of there. You always want to win, but coming out of there 13-8, that's they can build on that.
And, of course, Mike, Marlington, their first week is number 1 in the AP poll, and they proved their worth with an impressive win over Carrollton, a team coming off a tough situation with one of their cheerleaders dying in a car wreck earlier in the week, and that was tough. But the Dukes, again, DeMonte Thomas, a huge game for them, and they keep rolling along.
And, again, that Marlington defense has been consistent all year, and they only give up 14 points to a good Carrollton team. That Carrollton team, I would have to say, has been the surprise team in the NBC so far this year. So that's another good win for the Dukes. And also Marlington is number 1 in the computer poll. So they're number 1 in the state. They're number 1 in the computer. It doesn't get much better than that.
A couple other teams playing well as always. St. Thomas just keeps rolling along. They had a big win over Barberton, and they're 5-1. They're looking really good for the playoffs, I think.
They sure are. I like St. Tom a lot. I think they're a real solid playoff team 4 weeks hence. And they've got the good running game with Josiah Moore and Brian Wilkins and a nice young quarterback who's played well. I think they've been one of the more pleasant surprises. Even though they had a lot of kids coming back, they didn't have their quarterback coming back, which means so much. And Meglin has played very well in his first year as the night starter.
That'll be interesting. Southeast is also playing well. They're 4-2, and they're undefeated in the Portage Trail Conference as well. So the Pirates looking good there. So a lot of good action last week. Again, some key players went down. Hopefully they'll be back in action. We want to remind you to play Pigskin Picks. You can check out Monday's Alliance Review and get your entry form. A lot of great prizes to win each week. So that's a look back, and check back with us later in the week, and we'll take a look with you at Week 7.